Hey guys, happy Monday. This is going to be a short stream. I've been watching content on this all day long. What's going on, Winston? Takuhisa, salute. Thank you for the salutes you give me over on the Roger Report, and I think probably in BGS's streams as well. So this is going to be a short stream. I mean, I don't know what I can say that hasn't been said already, but I'm going to play my intro and then I'm going to get through the few talking points that I have. Because, I mean, Rollo Tomasi's talking about this right now. I think the Crimson Cure is talking about this. Let me make sure I can see myself over on YouTube right now. And then I'll play the intro. Yep, it's live. I have a few folks in here. Please hit the like button if you haven't. Yep, there's my AdSense. Hopefully, I'll get the AdSense for this one. I think in my Kevin Samuels, Jason Black stream, that one got a quote unquote ad suitability. It couldn't have been Kevin Samuels, so it must have been mentioning Jason Black, and so I'm not going to mention him anymore. So anyway, I'm going to play the intro, and then I'll talk to you guys on the other side. See you soon. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Anwar Youssef Dunbar, and this is Big Discussions 76, my original channel. Please like, share, and subscribe, and please definitely subscribe if the algorithm brought you here. I know the algorithm is cooking today. I mean, when I do these live streams or when I do a pre-record and I go ahead and set up the tags in the backstage, usually there are a few that are trending, but this thing has been cooking all day long. The super chat is live. I have a super chat over here. If anyone watching on the playback or live wants to make a donation there and super chat a comment, you're welcome to do so. My Cash App and PayPal are here. This wasn't the stream I was going to do today. I was going to do something for my book project, The Engineers. Before I get to that, just really quick, I'm going to be really quick with this because I know some of you guys are probably tired of hearing this, but this is a part of growing your brand and growing as a writer. For the new people, please consider joining the Big Words LLC Newsletter. I'm a YouTube content creator and a writer. This link is below. There's a greeting and there's a subscription button at the bottom. I'd like to get like 4 to 5 more names before I start. So I'm just right at the edge of starting. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my newsletter. So the stream I was going to do today was for my book project, The Engineers, a Western New York basketball story, which I think it's a life sports story. It's a life slash sports story, and I think there are parts of this that fold into this thing here with Chris Rock and Will Smith in the Oscars. But I'm going to do this next week in Buffalo. I'm going to Buffalo on Wednesday, and so I think it'll be appropriate to do this one right there where the story is based out of. Yeah, so now that those two items are out of the way, let me jump into this. I don't want to make this a long stream. Like I said, people, I started hearing about this morning. I didn't watch the Oscars. I watched some basketball last night, and then we were watching, my plus one and her sister, we were watching some documentary on Netflix. But I woke up this morning, and my buddy Abdul Gaines, shout out to Abdul Gaines, he started texting about it, and I saw an image. Let me upload one of them. An image of Will Smith taking a swipe at Chris Rock at the Oscars. And apparently, allegedly Chris Rock had made some sort of comment that angered Will Smith. And then I'm kind of wondering, okay, what did Chris Rock say? And like I said, this thing has been cooking all day long. Bernard Riley did a show on it. Roger did a show on it. BGS did a live stream on it. And I know that Rollo Tomasi is doing something on it right now. Rollo Tomasi did a lot of content on Jada's Red Table Talk regarding August Alsina. And guys, I don't do celebrity gossip. I don't do celebrity stuff, but I figured this is cooking in the algorithm, so let me feast off of it as well. So everyone's covered this, and I woke up this morning to these images here. This one, and then this one, and when I saw this, I think someone on Facebook said those are two actors. So, when you hear that, you say, okay, maybe they staged something, Will and Chris Rock. I mean, Chris Rock is a comedian, and Will is a brilliant and well-accomplished actor, but maybe they staged something, because Will Smith wouldn't strike another one of his peers on live TV at the Oscars. Something really bad would had to have happened for that to take place. So it turns out that it really did happen. And so the question is, well, what was said, and why would Will do that? Well, we all know, and I'm not going to get into it because you guys already know this. Will, who I have nothing but the utmost respect for. I remember when Parents Just Don't Understand was released. I remember being a fan of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and once Will left television and went to the movies, his work speaks for itself. Independence Day, Bad Boys, Men in Black, The Pursuit of Happiness. It's just he just the way he transcended from the rap game to television to the silver screen or the big screen. He's a legend. I am legend. So the way he was able to do that was amazing. But we all know that his marriage to Jada and things involving their offspring. I don't know everything that's happened within their marriage, but I think Jada gave us a nice peek inside with her Red Table Talk and the whole August. I'm an August baby, by the way, but the whole August Alsina thing that gave us a very um unfavoring. It gave us a very what's the word I'm looking for? Unflattering, a very unflattering look inside their marriage. I mean, I know everybody's marriage is hard, but the things that she described and the fact that she went public with it the way that she did, I think it was very, very embarrassing for him, for his brand, for the both of them. And it really, really put Will under a microscope in terms of men's content and what not to do, and how whether or not he's an alpha or a beta, or whether or not he's a cuck. It really, really put Will, our once mighty action hero slash actor, under a microscope, and it just it just embarrassed him. And who knows what it did to him? Who knows what he's dealing with right now on the inside. And it's been hypothesized that whatever is happening with him and Jada has led it led to what happened last night. I think that it's hypothesized that he's it's been put out there that Tupac was her one true love. And it could be that Will is constantly dealing with that. It could be that maybe she just doesn't respect him, and maybe he just doesn't feel like he's the king of his castle, or that he's number one. So it happened last night, and I finally saw the actual footage on Reddit. So I have the Reddit app. I'm still trying to figure out how to use Reddit and to spread my reach over to Reddit, but Reddit sent clips of it to my phone, so I watched it. I watched Chris Rock's comments on it. He made a G.I. Jane joke. Apparently, Jada has alopecia, for those of you who aren't familiar with it, but I'm sure all of you guys are. That's when a person is not just a woman, but a man, when they start losing, plugs of their hair. So she was wearing her hair really low. And Chris made a joke about her, and see you in G.I. Jane Part 2. Demi Moore, I believe it's Demi Moore, she shaves her head and she becomes this military soldier. And the camera goes over to Will, and Will's laughing, which I guess appeared to be an embarrassed laugh or a fake laugh. And Jada's making a look like, like, I can't believe he's saying that about me. I can't believe he's singling me out like that. And then the Reddit footage that I saw showed Will walking up on stage. Chris Rock is looking at him like, oh, he's coming up on stage. And then that's when this thing unfolded. And the reason I wondered if this was staged when I first saw the images, because look at this. Chris Rock, he's a comedian, and he looks, his head is turned there, so you don't know if he's laughing. And of course, we know that Will is a bit of a comedian as well. Will is make jokes. Will is laughed about himself. So you don't really know if this was staged. But when you saw that, when you see the live footage and you see the way Chris Rock reacted, when I saw that, I said, okay, that was for real. So Will just out of the blue went up on stage and struck, albeit a slap, Chris Rock. And I thought Chris Rock, in response to that, and he knew that he took a shot at Jada, but he did come back and say, you know what, that was guys, that was a softball. That was a soft one. That wasn't as bad. You guys know what I think was the most, and I haven't heard all of Chris Rock's material, but you guys know what I think was the most racy, the most risque joke that I ever heard Chris Rock say? It was the Ray Caruth, Sharika Adams joke. That's when I said, "Oh my God, is he really making a joke about that?" You know, Ray Caruth had his baby mama set up. She got shot. She died. The baby has cerebral palsy. I think it's cerebral palsy. Ray Caruth went to jail, but that to me was it was funny that he made that joke, but it was kind of like, wow, did he really make that joke? Ray Caruth. Anyway, so he told everybody, yeah, I'm you know, that's a softball. But I thought that when Will engaged him, remember Chris Rock's his hands were behind his back as well. That tells you kind of that it wasn't staged. And I thought that he laughed it off. He didn't retaliate. But I thought he handled that well. He said, wow, you know, we just saw television history. And then the other thing that sold me that this thing was not staged was when Will kept yelling back from the audience, "Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth." I don't want to lose my AdSense here. "Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth." So that told me that it wasn't staged. So what would make Will do that? What would make Will get up there and do that? Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Why did Will do that? Is it the stress from his marriage? Is it being in the spotlight because of the whole August Alsina thing? Is it Jada emasculating him? Why do you guys think that he got up there and he did that? Has he fallen into a state of depression? Is he cracking up in front of all of us? Is it all becoming too much? I don't know. Looking at the comments, looking at the reaction today, yeah, Winston says he's compensating. I wondered, after what happened with the Red Table Talk and the whole August Alsina thing, there was a lot of speculation about they would get divorced and he would be okay and she'd never find another Will. And I think that's true. But as I was watching that, I was thinking, with her being as disloyal as she was to him, and I don't know everything that goes on in the marriage. Maybe he's had affairs as well, but with that display, and if it's true that she doesn't really love him anymore, I was thinking, why go up there and make that spectacle of it? Why do you have to show everybody with what happened with your likeness and your legacy over the last couple of years and how she's handled it with your likeness and your legacy and with how she's handled it over the last couple of years? Why would you have to get up there and do that yourself? Black to the Film says he did it because he wasn't raised correctly. He has maladjusted behavior. Okay. I thought about, and I'm going to wrap this stream up soon, guys. I thought about my first fight, and my first real fight happened at my HBCU, John C. Smith University. I don't think I've ever talked about this here, but I got into a fight. Yes, Dr. Dunbar got into a fight late in his first year at my HBCU, and it's because the group of guys I was hanging around, they were picking on me, and they knew what my buttons were, and they knew what buttons to push at that time to get a rise out of me and to make me snap, which is what they did. And it was one of the worst days of my life. And after that day, I vowed to never let myself um, get manipulated by people again. And I vowed to never lose my cool like that again. And I heard today that Will he felt bad because I think he saw his mother get abused when he was younger. So maybe what you guys say is true. Maybe he's overcompensating. Maybe he feels like he has to play that protective husband. But I thought that I agree that whatever his reasons were for going up there and attacking Chris Rock, I think that this hurt his image. I think this hurt his brand, and I think this hurts in a way. I mean, I'll always be a fan of his movies. We were just listening to Summertime over the weekend, so his contributions to the hip hop industry and to cinema, those will always be there. But in terms of how he's living out the rest of his life, I think this hurts his image in a way. You don't ever want to see your heroes fall. You don't ever want to see them melt down in the spotlight. So that's what I thought when I watched this. Maybe the marriage. Maybe this is all getting to him. I don't know. Guys, please hit the like button. I see the numbers are going up and down, which happens on a small channel like mine. The super chat is live. If you want to super chat something, you can do that. Also, if you want to make a donation to the channel via Cash App or PayPal, that information is here. So I thought about the 48 Laws of Power because as a celebrity, and I don't do a lot of celebrity gossip and a lot of celebrity junk. That's O'Shea Duke Jackson. That's his fare. That's his menu. If he's still even doing YouTube content, I heard that he left. I don't know if he left just the Black Manosphere or if he left the space or if he just left YouTube altogether. But I thought about the 48 Laws of Power because celebrities have a lot of power in our society. We look up to them. Well, some folks look up to them. And what they do and what they say in our society matters, and how they behave matters. So arguably, Will hurt his image with what happened last night. And I took a brief look at the 48 Laws of Power and what the laws were. And Will broke over, I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Will broke 10 laws out of the 48 Laws of Power. So I'm going to read through those, and I'm going to stop this stream. This is just going to be a short one. And like I said, people have covered this ad nauseum today. There were at least 2 panels, and I think, the Crimson Cure, she's going right now. And I don't like to go when the bigger content creators are going. And I know that Rollo Tomasi's doing this. He's talking about this right now as well. I know he's feasting off of this. So Will broke 10 of the 48 laws. I'm going to run through those really, really quickly. The first one I wrote down was guard your reputation. He broke that one. That was law number 5. Law number 9. Don't argue, demonstrate. So when he went up there, when he was yelling from the audience, keep my wife's name out your effing mouth, that's hurt his reputation. Number 10, misery is contagious. That might say something about what he's dealing with at home. If your plus one is not happy and they're doing things like airing your family's dirty laundry on the Red Table Talk, then yeah, that's gonna spill over to you. And we all saw that it did spill over to him when his eyes welled up and he and Jada had that exchange on the Red Table Talk. Disarm by being nice. So his response to what Chris Rock did was to go up there and slap him and then yell at him from the audience. So there's probably another way that he could have finessed that situation. Or should I say there are ways he could have finessed that situation instead, as opposed to how he handled it. Surrender to win. Again, if he just laughed it off, if he genuinely laughed it off, he would not have embarrassed himself the way that he did by going and striking Chris Rock and then yelling from the audience. Don't dirty your hands. Well, that's pretty self-explanatory. He's caught on picture. He's caught on camera dirtying his hands. Okay, right there. So he broke that law. Act like royalty. Okay, act like royalty. I think royal individuals, they keep a pretty face. They don't, and then they get someone else to do the dirty work. So that goes back to don't dirty your hands. He dirtied his hands. He got himself muddy. And I think he hurt his brand because of that. Act like royalty. Win hearts and minds. Well, he might have won some hearts with this. He might have won some sympathizers. But I think Chris Rock might have got more sympathizers off of this because he didn't retaliate. So, let's see. Know when to stop. Know when to stop. You can argue that he should never have started it to begin with. And then maybe the slap was enough, but he kept carrying on over and over and over again. And that's it. Those were the 10 laws that Will broke last night. And if you haven't read the 48 Laws of Power, or if you don't have that in your library, that's a book that I recommend. Now, the other thing, Winston says, I'm sure Green Gorilla is going to have, he's going to have a lot of powerful things to say. I think some of you guys said something about, Black to the Film says, the fact is everyone is too casual with the violence against Black men. Okay, so there's something about, what do you think this encourages? Violence towards Black men, or Black male on Black male violence? What do you guys think that this is encouraging? I know that, as with anything surrounding celebrities and as with anything like this, I think there were people who were, I know at least one gentleman. If you're Facebook friends with me, I made 2 posts on this. The first one said, wow, this is really breaking the internet, so to speak. And one gentleman commented under that post, I stand with Will. You have to protect your wife. So there are people who are standing with Will on this. And then there are people who feel like, Will, you kind of embarrassed yourself. But the other thing I posted on Facebook is without saying LJ, I shouted out LJ from Savings Minus Debt. And this is going to be my last point. Is this all just a big distraction? Is this just a big distraction? Is this, everybody's talking about it? Social media has been blowing up over it. Content creators are feasting off this. Is this just a big distraction? Is this something to turn our attention over here while something is happening over here? And I shouted out LJ for that because he said that all the stuff that we see, all the stuff that we consume ourselves with, these are just distractions. We have a wave of immigrants coming from Eastern Europe, what's happening with the currency, what's happening with our money, what's happening with the debt. There are far more important things than this, arguably. I just saw this article today regarding our president and his current financial plan. Of course, this doesn't affect any of us because we're not billionaires, but I found this. It says Biden's 2023 budget would hike taxes on the ultra rich and corporations, boost defense and police spending. I guess that's coincidental that Charles just showed up in my chat. But I saw this and I thought about what LJ said, which is a lot of these things are just distractions for us in the general population. And Salchi just sent a that's right on target. That's right on. Yeah, that's spot on. So that's pretty much all I had to say about this. I apologize if it isn't riveting. I apologize if it wasn't as insightful as what some of the other guys said. But, you know, the algorithm is popping for this, and I thought I'd just get in here and do something quick about it. Winston says, I wouldn't doubt this is a distraction. However, it is interesting to me because prior to this incident, people I know were in favor of Will's candidacy as a Black Messiah. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that he was in the running for being a Black Messiah, especially when it comes to media representation. Okay. You know what? And the other thing, going back to this being a distraction, and I was also thinking that, well, if that's true, then Will and Chris Rock would have to be in on this as well. And the Oscars committee and whoever's running that, they must be working in cahoots with our media complex and our government to distract us and have us looking over here while they're doing whatever it is over here. So anyway, LJ said that, and I thought about that as I was thinking about this, just watching everybody react to this. And it's very, very I'm going to shut this down. It's very, very I don't know if riveting is the right word, but we've seen these guys in movies, we've seen them in television shows. They're not boxing, they're not in a MMA octagon. It's really surprising if you haven't seen it to see Will just walk up on stage and take this shot at Chris Rock. But I think Chris handled it in a very, very classy way. I heard he wasn't pressing charges, but I heard rumors of a lawsuit. I don't know. But he handled it well. I mean, you wouldn't want to see these two guys break out into a fist fight right there on TV in front of everybody like that. That would have looked bad for everyone. Black to the Film says they got an entire war that is a distraction. This was off book. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap this up. That's what I wanted to say. I just wanted to give some reaction to this myself. I'll be looking at other people's reactions to this. You know, I'm on Facebook, and of course, I'm very careful today about what I post on Facebook. But you know, there are the Facebook streets, the YouTube streets, the Twitter streets, the Reddit streets. So I'll be taking a look at what everybody else is saying about this. But I just wanted to give my reaction. So thank you guys who came and hung out here in the chat for this little bit of time to hear my reaction. If you're watching in the playback, please like, share, and subscribe, especially if the algorithm brought you here. I don't always do celebrity gossip and celebrity stuff. I talk about nerdy stuff over here, but I just had to do something on this. So everyone, enjoy the rest of your Monday nights, and look out for the next stream here. It's going to be something with Salchi. We're gonna talk about the financial benefits, or we're going to ask the question, what are the financial benefits of marriage? I think we're going to do that on Thursday nights. I think that's going to hit some of you guys in very, very interesting ways. So, but we're gonna look out for that. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your Monday, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, remember that your attitude determines your altitude. Take care, and I'll talk to you the next time. Bye-bye.